Alright, today we're learning about ratios and proportions. So, an equation that has two ratios that are equal is called a proportion. My reciprocal property, which is one way we'll learn to solve these, is so if two ratios are equal, their reciprocals are also equal. So here I have A over B is equal to C over D, so I flip those over. B over A is equal to D over C. This first problem, we're going to go ahead and use that. So we've got 3 over y equals 5 over 8. So 3 over y is equal to 5 over 8. I'm going to flip both those over. So we get y over 3 is equal to 8 over 5. So over here I have y divided by 3. Opposite of that is multiplying by 3. These cancel out. I'm left with y is equal to, so that's 3 over 1. So I multiply and get 24 over 5. That's good. Next one is using a cross product property, which is where I'm cross multiplying just like we've done before, or you've probably done before, you should have done before. So again, A over B equals C over D. So I cross multiply. So AD equals BC. So when I do this first one, I've got x, actually I'm going to do the second one. So 10 over x is equal to 2x over 5. Again, I cross multiply here. So I get 50 is equal to 2x squared. Divide both sides by 2. So you get 25 is equal to x squared. Take a square root of both sides, so plus or minus 5 is equal to x. Just like that. Those are the easy ones. These are the hard ones. So again, extraneous solutions are when I have an answer that doesn't work when I plug it back in. So we need to double check all of our answers. Again, all the work is done correctly, but the answer doesn't work out. So here for this first one, I've got x minus 3 over x equals x over x plus 6. So I cross multiply here. I get x squared equals, and I always got to put these in parentheses so I know that I have to distribute them. So x squared is equal to, do the crab claw, multiply binomials together, x squared plus 6x minus 3x, minus 18. Combine my like terms, x squared is equal to x squared plus 3x minus 18. Move everything over to the same side then, so I know what I'm doing. Cancels out, cancels out. I'm left with 0 is equal to 3x minus 18. Then it's just a simple linear equation. Add 18 to both sides. Get 18 is equal to 3x. And divide by 3. So get 6 is equal to x. And again, I have to double check all my answers. So I take this 6, and I'm going to plug it in for all these x's in my original equation. And so I get 6 minus 3 divided by 6. Equals 6 divided by 6 plus 6. That gives me 1/2 equals 1/2. That's true, and so 6 works. For the second one, I'm actually going to do this over here as well. So I'm going to go 2 over 3x equals x minus 1 over x. Cross multiply, so I get 2x is equal to 3x times x minus 1. Distribute, so 2x is equal to 3x squared minus 3x. Subtract the 2x. So I get minus 5x there. So it's kind of tricky because it's not a trinomial, so I can't factor it into two binomials. It's not a difference of squares, so I can't factor it into two binomials, but I have a greatest common factor. Greatest common factor is x. Figure out what's left, divide 3x squared by x, and I get 3x. Negative 5x by x, and I get negative 5. And now here, take both of these and set them both equal to 0. X is equal to 0, and, it's 3x minus 5 is equal to 0. So add 5 to both sides. 3x is equal to 5. Divide both sides by 3. X is equal to 5/3. So these are my two solutions so far. And again, I have to double check them to make sure that they both work. So when I double check this, again, I'm going to plug in first. I'm going to plug in a 0 for all the x's that I see here. And so I go 2 over 3 times 0 equals 0 minus 1 divided by 0. In both these I divide by 0. I can't do that, and so x doesn't work. And so I have to either cross it out or write that 0 is an extraneous solution or something like that. Then I'll do the same thing over here with 5/3. So I'll go 2 over 3 times 5/3. And again, I have to put all these in parentheses when I plug it in my calculator, unless I have to do it step by step. 5/3 minus 1 in parentheses divided by 5/3 in parentheses. When I do that, I get 2/5 is equal to 2/5. That checks out, and so 5/3 works. Last one I'll do is this one right here. Again, I'm going to take it over here and do it. So I get x over 3 is equal to 1 over 2x minus 1. Cross multiply, I get 3 is equal to x times 2x minus 1. 3 is equal to distribute 2x squared minus 1x. Get everything over to one side, minus 3. 0 is equal to 2x squared minus 1x minus 3. Make my two parentheses. This is a trinomial that can be factored. I'm going to have to guess and check this one. Different signs. My first terms multiply to get me 2. My second terms multiply to get me negative 3. So I'm going to go with 1 and 2. And 3 and 1. This ends up working. When I double check this doing the crab claw, I get a negative 1 in for my middle term. So then I split this off into two equations. So x is equal to negative 1, and x is equal to 3/2, which is the same thing as 1.5. And again, I would still double check each of these. Plug it back in the equation, and I would get them, they both work out in this case. Again, there could be two solutions, there could be one solution, there could be no solution, there could be 5 solutions. It really depends. So make sure that you double check each of your answers. And there's the homework.